Right, we continue with more news. Welcome back. Zimbabwean opposition MP Job Sikhala has been in prison for more than 6 months and has been denied bail since his arrest. He's accused of inciting violence after he issued a statement on behalf of a family whose daughter had been murdered. The opposition party Citizens for Coalition Change has accused the state of using the judiciary and law enforcement agencies to harass members of the CCC Party. This is ahead of the 2023 elections. Well, to look at this issue, we're joined by Zoom by Job Sikhala's son, Job Sikhala Jr. Job, good evening, and thank you very much for joining us here on the SABC.
Thank you, Lizzie. How are you doing?
I'm okay considering the circumstances. I dare ask you the same. Perhaps you could talk to us, in terms of how your family is holding up and the condition of your father, having been in jail for almost 6 months now.
At a family perspective, it is something that is actually hard for us to actually accept that we don't have our father, who has been incarcerated by this military regime for more than 190 days now. And it has been hard for us as a family because Job Sikhala, as in the one who is incarcerated, has about 16 children who needs to be fed every day, who needs to go to school, who needs school fees to go to school, and to afford some of the expenses, like traveling to Chikurubi every day to bring him food. So we have been living in the hands of well-wishers. We have been giving us money, sometimes coupons of fuel to travel to Chikurubi is about 60 kilometers, and it's been hard for us to actually accept such kind of cruelty by ZANU-PF.
Job, how is your father doing? As we, as we await to obviously hear outcomes. He was also expected to appear in court yesterday. What happened?
These days in the High Court, they are actually doing. They're actually having virtual courts, so he cannot visit the court. He can actually only attend virtually the court. So the judgment of the bail submissions that were done yesterday were reserved, and then the date will be informed to the to his defense lawyers. I don't know when.
So as we await,
the judgment has been reserved.
All right, so as we await that process then to unfold, as we get finer details, I wonder, if you could speak to the type of support that you're all receiving. I mean, you've spoken about, food and coupons, etc. But are you also getting support, particularly from the human rights organizations at large? What's the international community responded to on these fronts?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of NGOs that are actually giving hand. Like bringing in food and also actually attending to some of the serious family issues, like paying fees. Those are some of the well-wishers that I'm mentioning about.
All right, Job, then let me just conclude this interview. As details remained up in the air for now, I wonder if you know whether he is expected to appear in court again and what some of the procedures look like from here on to.
He is expected to be back in court on the 29th of December on the other charge that he is standing alone, which is obstructing the course of justice, and which we don't have any idea whether the trial will kick or it will not kick, because the state up to now, it is just submitting that in the court that it has overwhelming evidence over the accused person. And yet there are no state papers that has been handed to his lawyers. So we don't know what kind of judicial system that we are now having in Zimbabwe, whereby one, as an accused person, has got the right to free trial as enshrined in the Constitution.
Job, I'm going to leave the conversation there for now, and thank you for your time here on the SABC as you outline, the latest regarding your father, where we've heard Zimbabwean opposition MP Job Sikhala, having been in prison now for more than 6 months, having just been denied bail since his arrest, accused of inciting violence. This comes after he issued a statement on behalf of a family whose daughter had been murdered. Now, the opposition party, Citizens for Coalition Change, has accused the state of using the judiciary and law enforcement agencies to harass members of the CCC Party. All this ahead of the 2023 elections. Job Sikhala's son, Job Sikhala Jr., weighing in on his father's conditions to date and what the legal procedures for him are set to entail from here on too. Thank you very much to him for his time.